Well, sunshine, let's do things a little bit backwards today. Let's put this thing on the dyno first, get the dyno results, then I'll show you what I've done to it. A couple things might be a giveaway. There ain't no primer bulb in there anymore. There's a kill switch in there. Ain't no choke in it either. We'll see about getting this thing warmed up right quick. Okay, not a whole lot to show here. I did about 4 runs on it. That is all within a half a tenth of each other. We're at about 3.71 horsepower, 2.61 foot-pounds of torque. Anybody that's watching here recent, just started watching recent, you might think, well, that's okay. No, actually, I've been going downhill bad. Everything I've been trying to do, I've been losing horsepower on it. I shouldn't even show you this before I show you what I did, but I'll show you what I did to lose horsepower. Like I say, it was 2.6 foot-pounds torque, 3.71 horsepower. Let me bring you up a comparison here. This was our previous iteration, and of course I'm spilling it out here. What we done, we put reeds in this here saw. We were at 4.21 horsepower. That was the last iteration. We built a set of reeds for it. We're down to 3.71, so I may be choking it out, snuffing it out. I don't know. We lost half a horsepower. Well, exactly a half a horsepower, it looks like, didn't it? 2.87 foot-pounds of torque, dropped it down to 2.6 foot-pounds. We lost all across the board. The only thing we had was up here about high RPMs. We were in there at about the same part. And essentially, guys, that's no load right there. So let's bring it over to the bench. I'll show you what I did. I was hoping to show a big gain to show you what I did. Let's bring it over to the bench, show you how I screwed this one up. That old dyno kick you right in the guts, won't it? Oh, man, she'll give you that. She'll give you that deep sink feeling gut. Just right there in the pit of your stomach. Go to put. The worst thing about it is now that I wrote a program to automatically collect that off and got it all computerized, now I get disappointed faster. So what did we do to lose all that horsepower? Well, guys, now the guys that's been around here, and women and children and whoever, you know, at one point we dirtied up. Here's a old cylinder. Fuel air comes in here, right? Fuel air comes in this bottom hole, and fresh air comes in these two top Strato ports. And of course, you guys remember at some point we built this carburetor block, a regular carburetor mount right here, so it fueled. See which way you guys want to look at it. It fueled that carburetor fueled every port of that, right? She was all tied together here in the middle, and that worked good. We actually gained a little bit of horsepower, nothing extreme, but we gained some horsepower, and we was actually able to fatten it up, which would be good for the life of the saw because they run too thin anyway, too lean. So we dirtied that up, and we gained a little bit. Well, the next plan was, of course, we've done some other stuff in the meantime. I don't even think I mentioned that over there, showing the dyno. We've been up to right at 4.5 horse on this thing. Yeah, the one I compared it to was just a previous iteration. I lost a 1/2 horse by putting these reeds on here, and I'm going to show you what I got. There it is in all its glory. And we may have too much going on in here, I don't know. But the reed blocks here, and I'll take it off there and show you. We had, of course, put us a kill switch here because we got rid of, what did we get rid of? I'm jabbering around and moving too fast, but we've lost a lot of horsepower over, the highest horsepower we've had on this saw was basically 25 thousandths off bearing pockets or base, the iron horse pipe, and 2 degrees ignition timing. Nothing else messed with it. Of course, then we scored that cylinder. I scored that cylinder, and it was due to, I'm going to blame it on them. I'm going to blame it on me not catching their problem and ruined the cylinder. Now, ever since I went to this other cylinder, we've been back down on horsepower, way down. I've been fighting it to catch up. Anyhow, so back to what I was talking about. I'll pull this off and show it to you here in a minute. But here was the original carb, air filter, boots, and all that to get us fresh air in those 2 ports and fuel air in there. Of course, we think we're smarter than the engineers, or I do. I say we, the royal we, we all the way home. I don't know, and I just like messing with stuff. So that's what's going to happen. I'm gonna have to get a box here to throw stuff in. But yeah, we're kind of an aggravation here right now. We just keep losing horsepower faster than all get out. I may just pull this whole cylinder off here at one time, and show you the whole thing and then take it apart. I gotta find something to throw parts in. Just a little basket or something. Sorry about that. And we'll pull this thing apart. I'll show you what my plan was anyway. Not all plans are good plans. And some plans are still good plans. It's just the execution stunk. I don't know if this is a good plan or not. And I didn't go all the way on what I did. Hopefully that throttle linkage. I had to build a throttle linkage, and it's actually working better on this than here than it did that Poland. And I didn't know if it was going to, due to, oh, I know what we got to do. We got to pull that carburetor off there. That's the bad thing about this linkage is so tight, or I'm so out of room, that I actually have to put the carburetor and the linkage on there at the same time. And we can just throw that up out of the way now. And seeing as how we're starting to take stuff apart, oh, got that right in the way. The carburetor come off there. Next thing we did, if we got a plastic spacer in there, yeah, hopefully you can see that. Now, any of you guys that does a little bit of felling, not the guys that do a whole lot of felling, because yours are probably better than them. The guys like me that does just a little bit, you go up to your local joint and you buy one of them yellow wedges, and I've got different ones in different lengths and different colors, but I needed a piece of plastic, and one of them yellow Oregon wedges, this here's a cheaper brand, I was just looking around for a piece of good plastic to use in there there you go. Felon wedge. Chainsaw related stuff to make chainsaw parts. There you go. The linkage, I don't know. It's kind of a catastrophe too. We've had to fight a little bit of everything just to get this thing situated. We're about ready to take that off. I think we are. I'm gonna fight it though. I ain't holding my mouth right today. So essentially there's how it stood on there. I may just put them bolts back on there just to keep from tearing stuff up here in the meantime. I don't necessarily care about the spacer. No, actually I can't do that. We may just leave a carburetor hang on there. No, I can't do that either. I ain't thinking very good today, am I? It's all right. Never am. Dyno results prove that, didn't it? I ain't thinking very good at all. But I'll share it with you. Some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug. If I only showed you days where I was the windshield, I'd never be on here, would I? Because we're always the bug. Every once in a while, blind hog finds an acorn. But for the most part, no, for the most part, I'm the bug. Dadgummit. I gotta keep remembering. I always set that up here whenever I ain't filming. Yeah. Always set that up here whenever I'm doing that. Whenever I'm working left-handed, and then whenever I'm recording, turns out I go in and edit it and realize, man, I messed that right up. Oh, how about we take a sparkler plug off there? That probably ties up a little bit. You can see why I tend to not work on stuff. I usually do stuff and then show you what I done later. It ain't as bad taking stuff apart as it is putting it together. Now, I don't know, take a moment, quick moment, and I'll switch. I've got that red armor crap up there, but man, I do like what a better oil. I don't know if it's better or worse having that in there, all that oil in there floating around, but it sure makes me feel better to open up a saw and she's just oily in there. Maybe a bad thing. That may be where all my horsepower's going. Take a moment, just show you the burn pattern or wash pattern. Take you just a minute to show you the wash pattern on top of that piston too. If you can see it, it ain't looking terrible. It really ain't. But so far it ain't performing. Now what I've had to do is I've had to build, I got a reed block, but there's 1, 2, 3, and counting this in here, there's 4 different adapters in there. And that's kind of getting kind of long, isn't it? And they all bolt together. Every one of them screws together, because if I weld it to this daggum thing, we ruin one cylinder. We ruin, and you guys know how I am about ruining cylinders right quick. If I weld it to it, we only get one shot at it, don't we? Now these screws right here are the only bad ones to get to. All the other ones aren't too bad. These are the only These are the only bad two. The rest of them I can get with that rig there. I've got a ball end on it right now. And we'll get this here out. Now the only problem with this is you got to make sure every screw has its own home, or every pair of screws. Most of these screws in here are modified for length, or most of them are modified a little bit for length. I put these are 5mm bolts, most of them, and they got about a 9mm head on them across, 4mm Allen key, whatever. But the first ones I started out, the heads were 8mm, so I just started, or a little under 8mm. So whenever I countersunk for these heads with a mill bit, I used an 8mm mill bit, and it took him first couple screws. Well, then they was smaller than every other screws I had, and I kind of hated to move it out to 10mm. That was getting awful big. There, now we go. We got them back screws out of the way. So the next, of course, that went to a plastic, and then this and here. Now, and of course, there's a gasket every step along the way. Got to have those. Now this run we just did, I'm going to be, oh, I don't know, start making excuses for myself a little bit, I guess. It was more of a proof of concept, making sure it'd run. You can see in there we don't have, I didn't even, I'll show you what I didn't do to the reed block and things like that here in a minute. Those long bolts hold that reed block to the case. Okay, so that was the adapter here, and each one of these is angled up, trying to get it up out of the back of that saw. So that block there holds this reed block, plus holds them reeds in. I'd like, man, that is weird. This reed block just saved this saw. This is, crud. Where did that come from? It's stainless steel, it won't stick to that magnet. I'm looking for a piece of wire. I heard that rattle. You heard that rattle. That little spring right there. How did that, where did that come from? Where does it go? I know exactly where it goes. I'll bet you. I think that reed block just saved our life, unless we're scored up. I don't feel any scores in there. That feels good. I'll bet that was a detent out of that choke lever, because I pulled that choke lever on an afterthought because it wouldn't work. And I'll bet that carburetor had there's a choke lever. Ah, there's a detent and a ball. I wonder where in the heck that ball. I'm a hack, guys. I am a genuine hack. Yeah, I think we can do a little bit of help on this reed block. And let's take off this last block. And I'll show you what I did there. Man, I'm gonna end up tearing that gasket. I really didn't want to. Still don't want to. But it's another block that's got to come off her anyway. Guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about this stupidity? It's something to do. It's something I want to do. There was the original screws that come with they actually come with this reed set. And that's I'll tell you what that is. You guys might want to know that. So far, you're not going to want to know it because we lost horsepower. CDHOZ. CDHOZ. You can buy these off Amazon for crud 20 bucks or something. CDH Power. CDH Power. You look up CDH Power reeds, you'll see them. You'll see the other set like what's in that Poland. If you can see it behind me up there. It's probably out of frame, but regardless. This is a smaller set than what's in that Poland. Now you can see, we'll compare apples and apples here. You can see I've gommed up just a little bit in there. I don't know if I can. I think maybe you can see like that now to see what the stock one's like. There you can see maybe, hopefully, what the raining out, seeing what was happening. You can see what the other ones. I've hogged that all out, dirtied those up bad, and we're not done yet. I'm going to do some more things to it, but the way I keep losing horsepower, oh gracious goodness. We're gonna have to get some of it back. I think we'll do a little bit of work in this reed block, see what we can do to gain some of that back. I think them reeds are a little thick to suit me too. And honestly, if that spring didn't fly through there, that means them reeds ain't opening up enough, doesn't it? That tells me that right now. Guys, if you enjoyed it, give her the old, never mind. This thing ain't worth even watching. If you stuck around this long, I'm sorry, and I appreciate it. That's all I can say. Get down there in the comments, banter with me a little bit. Short of that, guys, I don't know. I'll try to do better. Thanks.